Laney was born on April 18th, 2016. She was as beautiful and normal and healthy and perfect as her two older sisters were. Everything went really smoothly. It was pretty textbook, but after that first week, things with Laney seemed off. It was the 10 o'clock feeding that night. I'd never heard a baby's cry that sounded like what was beginning at that point.
That's when we called our friend Ben, who's an emergency room doctor. We told him Laney's symptoms.
I said, she's cold. She's cold, she's really cold.
He said, man, something's wrong. You need to get her somewhere right now.
Everything flew from that point. We took Laney to the CHKD urgent care. They close at 11 o'clock p.m. and we pulled into the parking lot at 10:56.
I was one of the first emergency medical services responders after the 911 call. When I looked at Laney, what I saw was the sickest infant I've ever seen in my 34-year career.
It was terrifying. It was absolutely terrifying. I've never been more scared in my whole life.
I called my dad at one point. And asked him I was like, hey Dad, will you go over to our house to be with Mom? I said, we're probably gonna be home in an hour or so, and I don't think I can tell Mom that Laney died. I had started to process how we were gonna function with losing the baby at 7 days old.
My entire goal was to ensure that she was stable enough to be transported safely, so we made the decision to intubate her.
Liz was making really tough calls. That call to intubate saved her life by minutes.
At that point, we assisted with the turnover onto their isolette to get Laney packaged up to go to King's Daughters.
I've never felt fear like I did over the next few hours. And about 4 in the morning is when Dr. Hartke came in and gave us the diagnosis. And she said, there's a few things wrong with your baby's heart, but before I start, I just want you to know that all of the things are fixable.
That week in between the diagnosis and the surgery, those 7 days, that was the hardest part for me.
That was one of the hardest weeks of my whole life.
I mean, there's nothing we could do but wait. We had 7 days to just wait.
As a distraction, our friends came up with the idea of starting a hashtag Love for Laney.
It helped. It was something to do besides just think about what was happening.
And we knew that our friends were with us, even though they couldn't physically be right there with us. After the very long and risky surgery, Dr. Gangemi came down and told us that it had gone well, and I just remember turning to Chris and hugging him and feeling such relief. They sent us home. We were discharged on May 16th. We took her home for good that time.
I've never seen an infant that critically ill survive.
Today, Laney's doing really well.
She's the most stubborn and the most ornery, for sure, of the 3 personalities. She fought really hard, so she needed to be stubborn and ornery. She surprises me every day. She's pretty great.
She is fixed. She's a normal, crazy, hair on fire 3-year-old.
Every single thing that happened that night had to happen the exact time, the exact way, with the exact people, and they had to fall like dominoes in order for her to be here.
We got super lucky that everyone was there at the right time, at the right place. But not everybody gets that lucky.
Donating to the American Heart Association funds research. Without research, we can't have evidence-based medicine, and without that, we don't have the clinical practice standards that we have, which is what helped us take care of Laney.
What the American Heart Association is doing to raise funds for awareness and early detection can help so many people and so many families not have to go through what we've gone through.
And that's why donating to the American Heart Association is so important.
Thank you.